it's a perfect dupe for the Lancome Tinty Doll foundation. Like, don't quote me on that, but honestly it gives you the same finish with that foundation. And for like what this is, like $9 or $8 compared to the Lancome, which is like almost $50. Well, hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. As you can see, I'm by myself, and as the title suggests, I'm not doing a prank, so don't worry. I am actually going to do something a lot more feminine. So ladies, stick around, and gentlemen, you can stick around too if you're looking to buy something like a gift for your girlfriend or for your wife this Christmas and you're looking for foundations. Your girl got you. So today I'm going to be discussing all things foundation, and not just any kind of foundation, foundations that you can easily pick up at your drugstore or your local beauty supply, stuff like that. So very inexpensive foundations, and it's going to be for colored girls. I know, I am really sorry, but honestly, colored girls, we struggle. It doesn't matter if you are African American, if you're Indian, if you're any other kind of race, just women of color in general, that olive skin tone, that deep reddish yellowish skin tone. Yes, you know I'm talking to you. So we do find it hard, you know, to match your shade or to find inexpensive foundations that actually match our skin tone. Oftentimes we find that we can't even find a shade that matches our skin tone. We have to like mix and, you know, blend two different shades to actually find our perfect shade. And in the video today, I'm actually having like two different shades depending on the brand, because I did not find my shade, or I wasn't able to find my shade in that foundation. So I end up having to buy two of the foundations just so I could mix them to get my actual shade. I mean, I could have just gone and not buy it, but I've heard a lot of reviews for some of these items, and they're actually really good reviews. So I said, you know, let me give it a try. So ladies, if you are one of those persons that find it hard to find your foundation shade in like drugstore, I'm going to be listing some of my shades. So if you're like my skin tone, and the most important thing when you're finding your foundation is your undertone. Some persons they have a neutral undertone, some people have a yellow undertone, some people have a reddish undertone. So depending on your undertone, that's the most important part. That's where the difficulty lies in finding your foundation. Like, for me, I run a little bit red, slightly yellow to a little bit more red. So when I'm buying my foundation, I always have to make sure that I look at how it runs. Sadly, these foundation, a lot of times when you go in a drugstore, they're telling you that you cannot test it. So I will suggest using this thing called Find My Makeup online, and use a foundation that you know your shade in, and it will actually match your shade to the different brands based on the foundation shade that you actually wear in that one brand. So yeah, that's also what I wanted to say. And another thing also is that it's not just drugstore foundation. In expensive foundations too, it's even harder to find your shade. I don't know why, but it's very hard for dark skinned persons to find your shade. So enough of me rambling about shading, matching and all that. I'm just gonna go right into the video of my top 10 favorite drugstore makeup foundations. Actually, more specifically, my top 10 favorite drugstore foundation for women of color. So my number one, actually they're not in any particular order, but maybe the first 5 are in order. But after the first 5, they're just like all over the place. But the first 5 I'm gonna list are my top 5 favorite. So the first one is actually the Revlon Colorstay. Oh my god, I swear by this foundation. Like, girl, you cannot do any better than this foundation when it comes to drugstore. And I had to buy 2 shades of these foundation. I had to buy the Cappuccino in 410, and I had to buy the Caramel in 400. Yes, because I could not find a shade. Actually, no, I believe they do have another shade in between it. It's called Almond, and I actually have it, but I just figured I've never used it. I've used these, I can swear for these. So if you're a shade darker than me, Cappuccino. If you're a shade lighter than me, Caramel. But I'm like in between, so I definitely had to buy these 2 and mix them together. So that's the first one, the Revlon Colorstay foundation, and it's perfect for persons who have oily combination skin. I do not have oily skin. I have dry to normal skin. So what I have to do, I have to moisturize before I apply this foundation, and then after, when I'm done with my makeup, I have to use a setting spray that's not matte, that has like a dewy finish kind of texture, because this foundation is very mattifying and it's very buildable, so a little goes a long way. But if you want a perfect flawless photo ready look, you can actually build up like 2-3 layers of this and it will be perfect. And believe me, it will be flash proof if you blend properly. So that's the first one. And the second one I have is the Maybelline Fit Me. Let's just a moment of silence for the Maybelline Fit Me, ladies. Like a moment of silence. Like, Maybelline, girl, you know what you're doing. Maybelline knew what they were doing when they made this foundation. Like, I can't tell you enough how much I love these foundation. It was actually my very first drugstore foundation that I tried, and I fell in love. The first time it was the Maybelline Fit Me in the Dewy Smooth, and I am in the shade 355, which is coconut. And also in the Fit Me, they came out with, I believe like a couple years ago, they came out with this matte poreless, like, who, auntie? Now, I have dry to normal skin, but I still dabble in this matte finish foundation because it's so nice and it builds on your face so nicely. Like, to me, it's a perfect dupe for the Lancome Tint Idole foundation. Like, don't quote me on that, but honestly, it gives you the same finish with that foundation. And for like what this is, like $9 or $8 compared to the Lancome, which is like almost $50. Yeah, this gives a bang for your buck, believe me. So the first one I had was the dewy finish. So if you have like dry to normal skin, this one is perfect for you. However, if you have oily to combination skin, the matte poreless is perfect. No, I do believe they have a shade, they have different shades in the matte poreless because the numbering is a little bit different from the dewy finish. In the matte poreless, I find like this a little bit lighter than my skin tone. I don't know why, because it's the same color and it says coconut. So there's actually a shade 358 that I also have, and it actually is perfect for me. So this one in the matte poreless, the 355 is runs a little bit light for me. So when I'm wearing the matte poreless, I sometimes have to like darken it a bit, or I use my 355 color, I mean my 358 color. The next one I'm gonna discuss is the L'Oreal Infallible. Now guys, do not drag me in the comments for how, you know, scrappy my foundation containers look. They've done their days, and you know, they're not brand new, so don't judge me, all right? So the L'Oreal Infallible, oh god, this is the perfect mattifying foundation if you have dry skin, if you have oily skin, sorry. And they do have this other one called the Glow, something like the Pro Glow, right? The Pro Glow, I had that, and then this I stepped on it and it burst, and I never bought it back. So I still have this one. The first time I got it in correct color because I bought it online. I got soft sable, but I was way too light. So what I use the soft sable to do is to highlight under my eyes. But my shade in this is number 112, which is Cocoa, and this is my perfect shade, and I love this foundation. Again, if you have oily combination skin, this is perfect for you. It's really mattifying, very mattifying. All right, so the fourth foundation is the Milani 2-in-1 foundation and concealer, and it's actually what I'm wearing in this video. And I actually did a look on this makeup tutorial. I'm not sure if I'm going to release this video before, so if I do, then you will see the look. But then if this video is before with the foundation, then you'll see the video of me doing this look in the next videos to come, because I just did this look today and I said, you know what, let me not waste the look, let me just do a foundation video of my top 10 favorite foundations. So right, the Milani 2-in-1 concealer. At first when I saw this foundation, I did not want to try it because I was like, I don't know, Milani and foundation, I don't know. But the thing is, I always had the Milani pressed powder foundation, and I always love that. That's of my other, like, I never ever wear powder cream to powder foundation except the MAC cream to powder foundation. So when I got the Milani, I was like, wow, I was amazed. But then I was like, I don't know if Milani has mastered, because I tried a Milani concealer, I mean primer, and I did not like it. So I was like, I don't know if I want to really try, like, you know, and it wasn't that inexpensive, honestly. Like, for a drugstore foundation, it wasn't that inexpensive. Like, I found it could have been cheaper. So I was like, I don't know, but you know, I gave it a shot, I bought it, and I love it. it is really, really nice. Like it applies very smooth, and it gives like a skin like finish. Like it's not very mattifying. It has like a dewy finish. So I do believe you can build it up if you want a more, you know, like a insta body look. You can build it up. However, it does give a very, very skin like finish. So yeah, this is definitely one that you want to pick up. Yep. So the fifth foundation I'm going to talk about is, oh my god, the black Opal foundation sticks. No, I have like 3 different colors in this, because you know how I said that you cannot try them in the drugstore, like you have to buy it. I was like, girl, the first time I bought it, I was like, what is this? I was like black like tar. I tried the black walnut, and it was like 10 shades dark. Okay, let me not exaggerate. It was about 4 shades darker than my actual shade, and I was like, So I went back and I tried the suede mocha. Now the suede mocha is a very warm color. Like it actually could work for my foundation shade, except I'd have to be like a tan, because it's like 1.5 to 2 shades like darker than my skin. So like when I want to bronze, instead of like contouring, I do use a suede mocha. Otherwise, if I really want to contour, I use the black walnut. So they actually worked out well for me. So even though I bought 3 different shades that weren't my skin tone, I was able to use them. So I use this one for bronzing, because it's like it runs red. The suede mocha runs really red. And then the other one that fell is the hazelnut, and that's my perfect shade. So 3rd time was the try. So what I did, I started from a darker shade, because honestly it's best to go darker than to go lighter. You're gonna look so ashy if you roll all the way lighter. So I started darker and I worked my way down. So the 3rd time I went, I actually got my perfect shade, which is hazelnut, which fell, and we're gonna take that up after the video. All right, so how many did we go through? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 6th foundation, yes, is the L'Oreal True Match. I don't even know why this is number 6, no, because this foundation is amazing. I don't know, but you know what, Mica, get your life. I am in the shade C8, which is cocoa, and guys, I love this little, you see this little bottle? This is like a little bottle of miracle, like honestly. Like some days when you are too busy to do your makeup, you can just like dab it with a sponge or a brush and just dab it all over your face to cover whatever spots you have and be gone. Like it can literally be used as like a CC tinted cream or a BB cream, because it is so lightweight. It's like a water-based foundation. It is so lightweight, and oh my god. Another moment of silence for this little baby right here. Is this the baby right here? It's perfect. Girls, believe me, it's perfect. Like if you're looking for a foundation, especially if you're a beginner and you want something that you can use easily, this one is perfect. So the next foundation I'm going to talk about is another black Opal foundation. I know this is their liquid foundation. It is also a very watery foundation, I find. And again, my shade is hazelnut. And this foundation is so nice. Like I honestly, I don't know, you guys, I don't know, we cannot sleep on black Opal, because black Opal has some of the most amazing like the loose powders, and I find that this foundation that they have, plus like there's another one in another like a cylindrical tube and more a narrow tube, and then this and the sticks are so good. Oh my god, like I love black Opal. Black Opal, you're doing your thing, girl, you're doing your thing. Like I don't like a lot of things from black Opal, but I do own this and the stick foundation, and I love it. Oh, and their setting powder, the loose ones, perfect. The next foundation that we are going to discuss is the Maybelline Mousse Foundation. Now, I've only used this foundation maybe 2 or 3 times. It's very light, and honestly, the reason why I haven't used this a lot is because it kind of does the same thing as this L'Oreal True Match. And if I'm going to choose between the two, I'm gonna choose this one. So I always grab for this one, like if I'm doing like a no makeup look, so I always grab for this one and not this one. But this foundation is really nice. Like if you like it gives a, as I said, it's a mousse foundation, so it does glide on your skin like this mousse finish, and then it actually, you can use this without using a powder, because it feels like a cream to powder foundation. Like after you're done, your face feels powdery, like you've applied powder. So honestly, it's one of those foundations that for beginners that are not very, really good at applying foundation and in powder and in all that setting, and if you're just trying to you know, grab it and go, you know, on your way, a little light makeup kind of look, this is perfect for you. All right, the next foundation I'm going to discuss, I actually mentioned it earlier, is the Milani cream to powder. You saw the front of it, look, it looks really bad. But anyways, don't mind that. And I almost hit pan, like not almost, I hit pan already, because it's my favorite, like my favorite, one of my favorite cream to powder foundation. Why may I talk like I have a lot of cream to powder foundation? I only have 3, the MAC, the Sasha, and this, and they are amazing. I do not have the Sasha in here because to me Sasha is not very drugstore. Like if you go online and look at the price of Sasha, girl, yeah, like $20 and $25 for a foundation. Yeah, no, that's not very drugstore. Drugstore is like $10 and under, and maybe like $11 or $12, but anything over 20, that is not drugstore in my opinion. Yeah, so this Milani cream to powder foundation is amazing, guys. Like you definitely want to give this a try. And again, it's a cream to powder foundation, so you do not have to use a powder on top of it, but you can, however, like if you use like concealers to like highlight and into contour and stuff like that, so you have to set everything in place, then you can use a powder. Otherwise, you can just put this on your face, blend it out properly, and be on your way. Fix your brows, put on the mascara, little lip gloss, girl, and you are good. Yeah. Now the last foundation on my list, and even though it's number 10, guys, don't sleep on it. It's the HD Flawless foundation. It's actually from Absolute New York, and guys, I've tried the Absolute New York concealers, and like other than the what you call that, the, you know, those tube concealers, what are they called again? Oh my god, you know what I'm talking about. Those regular ones that everybody be using, everybody, their mama, their grandma, their uncle, their aunt, their sister, their brother, even their cat and dog be using those ones. those concealers, like I've tried the Absolute New York concealers, and honestly they feel the same. They have this very thick creamy consistency that I love, and I said, you know what, let me try the foundation, let me give the foundation a shot, and girl, I did, and it's amazing. I do not regret it one bit. Like I love it, and I got it when I was in Trinidad. You know, come to think of it, all of these foundations I got them in I got them in Trinidad, but in Jamaica, I think you can get them from any beauty supply store on Instagram, or you know what that place called, that pharmacy, yeah, what's it called? Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. Just don't Michael, you don't know the name of anything today, do you? Fontana, right? Fontana Pharmacy. You can check them out. I think they will have these foundations, and any other stores on Instagram, you check them out, they will have these foundations. I'm not sure about the HD New York, because I do believe, I'm not sure if this is a Trinidadian brand, is it? Because I don't know Sasha. No, this is Absolute New York. Mica, really. Dixie moment. Right, but this is a very popular foundation in Trinidad, so I don't know, like I've never seen it in Jamaica, but I do know that Sasha is a Trinidadian brand. Big up Sasha. But this one is very popular in Trinidad, but I've never seen it in Jamaica. I don't know why, so I'm not sure where you can get it. Maybe you can Google it, or maybe get it on Amazon or on eBay or something, or maybe they have a website, who knows. But this is a very good foundation. I use it as you can see, it's actually brand new. I've never used this one. My other one is like almost done, so whenever I like something and it's almost done, I always do get a backup. Because for us dark skinned girls, our shade are always running out. Like, tell me, like if you go on Sephora, sometimes you have to wait weeks, or sending it, like give them an email for them to notify you when your shade comes back. Like literally, it's sad. So yeah, for this foundation, I got a backup, and it's perfect to use like as a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer, not tinted moisturizer, like a CC cream, because it's not a very thick consistency, and it doesn't give like one of those, you know, flawless thing, look, sorry. But again, you can build up these foundations, you can, and if you want to even get it more flawless, there's tricks that you can use, like for instance, putting a setting spray, then putting a powder over it, then putting on the foundation, and that actually works well. I've seen it on on YouTube a lot, and women do that, and it actually makes your makeup stay longer. They say, I've never tried that, but if you do want to try those little hacks, you can. So like put on a setting spray, and then put on the powder, and then putting on the foundation, that actually will work. So those are my top 10 favorite foundations in the drugstore. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please hit that subscription button below if you haven't already. And yeah, that is it for this video, guys. As I said before, I did this look with the Milani Foundation, and depending on how I upload these, you may see the look before or you may see the foundation review before. So stick around, guys, because lots of things are gonna come. And I mean, I said this some time ago that we're gonna be a little bit more consistent, but we really are going to try and be a lot more consistent. So please subscribe, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you in one of our next uploads. So